Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some Retro Cup battles with two Ghost-type Pokemon. For that third Pokemon, we're going to be swapping it out throughout these battles here. First, we're going to be going with a 100% level 51 Pachirisu, which, funny enough, was going to be the showcase, but not so much. It's the Ghost video now. So we do have Alolan Marowak, which could be pretty much the star of the show. And then we do also have FIREBLAST, which is amazing here with Avalanche as well as Shadow Ball. So on my Marowak, we're going to be going with FIREBLAST. So it comes in handy. Having Bone Club is going to be, helping you out in some situations. But for the most part, having FIREBLAST, I think is going to be the bigger surprise and helping you pretty much nuke your opponents because you are getting stabbed from that as well as shadow damage. So it's going to be awesome. With that said, if you do enjoy my Go Battle League videos, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's see what we have. Let's get right into this here. Let's see what's going on. So they got a Frostlass and no more shields as we do get to the Shadow Bone. Shadow Bone is going to be a legacy with a chance to debuff your opponents, and with that shadow damage, it is just extreme. As you can see here, we have a defense form Deoxys. Oh yeah, we're looking real nice. So we're going to let this go, knowing it's going to probably be a rock slide. That's okay, but we're surviving. Thought it would KO, and we're able to take them out with fire spins. All right, next battle, we're going to be leading with Pachirisu for a couple of these, and we're met with a Hypno here. This isn't bad for the backline really whatsoever, but we're here with the Pachirisu, so we're just going to stay here and do what we can do. Now, there are a few Pokemon that we do need to look out for, which are going to be Oranguru in the back because it does have foul play, and that is going to be super effective, while the ghost moves are not going to be very effective, and Oranguru can take a decent hit, so that is going to be a bit of an issue. Alright, so Pachirisu really putting in the work here. We haven't shielded up, and we go down. Okay, that's alright. So I think we want to bring in our Marowak here and kind of just farm up. I think we'll call this Fire Punch. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and call that. Good call. Still holding on to 2 shields, and we have energy. Our opponent has only 1 shield left. Bringing in Dugong, and we're going to be going for our first Fire Blast of the video. Let's see how much this does. Almost one-shotting that Dugong, which is always going to be thick, and it's almost taking it out. They're swapping as we do bring in our Frostlass, and they have a Toxicroak, and this is about a wrap here, folks. They back out, and we take the win. This Ghost team was pretty fun to use, especially because you don't really need to look out for dark types, right? It's the Retro Cup. Next battle met with a Frostlass leading with Marowak. They swap into their Lantern, and I immediately bring in the Pachirisu. So the Surfs are going to still do a decent amount as we do resist Electric, and the Lantern is taking kind of neutral damage from Electric because of its water typing as well as its electric typing. And we can let this go. Pachirisu can take a hit, plus that quick move that they're using is really not doing too much to us. Getting to the Thunderbolt and the Thunder Punch. We're going to go ahead and shield this up. See what we've got going on here. Going for the Thunder Punch. Alright, we got the shield, just what we wanted. Getting to the next one here, and I do believe we're actually going to be getting 2 shields out of them, which is going to be great. Yeah, let's go. The only problem is with the Marowak as well as Frostlass, we're not going to necessarily be able to farm down too easy. We're going to have to definitely use a shield. So I decide to go ahead and bring in Marowak here and just farm as much as I can. And I realize, I'm going to have to obviously shield this up, and I am not throwing and wasting that energy. So I'm just going to swap into Frostlass, have it absorb the Surf here, and hope that there's something in the back I can handle. Since we're ahead on energy, we're able to get to the Shadow Ball before the Frostlass, take them out one shot, and they have a Noctowl in the back. Perfect. We get to the Avalanche, and this is looking great here. Although, we still have a shield, so it doesn't really matter. Oh no, we're shield dry, but they do not have too much extra energy here, so yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I bring in the Marowak, and I was going to go ahead and farm them down, but they back out, and we take the win. Let's keep it going here. Leading with Marowak again. I think we lead it with it until we use our Tarantum, which is actually going to be a guest star. Let's go ahead and see what Tarantum can do here in a little bit, so make sure you do stay tuned, and you're going to be like, oh, okay. And it's so funny what they throw at me as soon as I put it up there. So we're met with an Auroras here. This is not particularly horrible, and it is pretty bad. Okay, let's be honest. The rock type is making it kind of neutral, so it's not taking super effective. And they can go for Meteor Beam, which is going to one-shot, I don't know, like 3 of these things here. So we shielded up correctly, but it doesn't really matter because they're able to farm up so quick. So what I'm going to do is use Pachirisu as kind of a Meat Shield. All right, that's what Pachirisu can do here. And of course, they swap into quite literally the hardest counter of Torterra, grass and freaking ground. But on the flip side, we are 4 times effective, and we're going to be able to outpace them to their charge move. I do believe they just got there, but we have higher attack. So we're going to be able to take them out while they are shieldless, as well as we are too. So this is getting a little bit interesting. Bringing in a Victory Bell. Can we unfortunately not get to the Avalanche? And we're going to get this Bone Club or Shadow Bone off as soon as we can, because, well, I'm not trying to play any dumb games over here. And we take out the Auroras, and we take that win. We're looking good. Let's keep it moving here. What are we going to see for the next battle? Leading. Oh, we got Pachirisu in the lead. Okay, back to that one. Lickitung. Yeah, that's a little bit of an issue, especially for the, well, you know, Alolan Marowak can handle it. The only thing we really need to worry about is going to be the Lick, technically, because we resist everything else. If we can get off a Fire Blast, that would be great. But anyways, we got the Pachirisu battle going on here with the Lickitung, and we're going to get a shield out of them. I don't think I really want to shield up. I think I'm, oh, okay, as soon as I say it, I use a shield. You'll love to see it. All right, so we're getting to the Thunder Punch. Kind of wanted to go for the Thunderbolt. That's not enough to take us out, and at this point this is, well, not enough to take them out, but can we quick move them down? And if you hear that in the background, that's because Athena is snoring, having a good old nap over here. It's been really rainy, so we go out there and really run for just a minute, and then she gets in here and goes to sleep. And yeah, anyways, so if you hear anything in the back, that's her snoring. So what do we got going on here? We have a Lantern. Okay, so we're gonna go for the Shadow Ball. All right, so what are we going to do here? I wasn't paying attention. I don't know where. Okay, so we got the Marowak, and Pachirisu's already dead. Ooh, that was a lot of energy there. Maybe. I think they used it up. We're okay. So they immediately swap and lock themselves with their Frostlass. So at this point, we're looking great. And every time they throw a charge move, that's an opportunity for me to get an extra quick move and for them to lose a quick move. Also, we call the Avalanche, so at this point it's pretty much a wrap here. So we swap in a Pachirisu with 1 HP. Do you like that catch? Oh, freaking heck yeah, that was a great catch. You kidding me? Damn, that was good. I said that to myself when I did it. All right, so we're going to be able to take out that Lantern with a Bone Club and really pulling that one back. All right, Tarantum time. Let's take off that old Pachirisu and bring in this horrible IV, 15 attack, 13 defense, and 11 HP. Definitely not what you're going to want to use in the Great League, but I have it on deck, and that's what we're going to do. Let's see what they throw at me for my first opponent, what I haven't seen whatsoever once. Oh yeah, leading with Fire. Yeah, all right, we haven't seen that. They give us a Jump Bluff, which is going to have a very quick move, and it's like, oh, they got a Dragon move. We've got to pair it up there with the quick move. Okay, Dragon. And then we have Stone Edge, and they're flying, and they got a flying move, so it pairs. Do you see how that works? Do you see I'm telling you based off the moves now? As soon as we see it. Anyways, that's the only thing you'll hear from the algorithm, aside from maybe the next couple of leads. But anyways, what's going on here? We're not taking super effective from the Surf, and we resist the Electric. So we let that go. We survive. We lower their defense, then take them out. We gain a little bit more energy with the Tyrantrum. We swap into our Frostlass, and we're going to let this Acrobatics go. It's going to do a, I thought I'd do more. Nice. Okay, that's not so bad. We're going to go ahead and get off this Avalanche now, see what we got in the back, but they do not want it to, well, they're going to allow it to pass now. They just want to hold on to it, and they've got a Lickitung. Okay, this is fine. This is okay. All right, and we'll go ahead and bring in the Marowak, as we're going to be taking a decent amount of damage from that Lick. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty crazy battle here, so watch this. Watch me now. Take a look. All right, so I was trying to make a couple attempts to, I was thinking about catching, but it's not going to happen yet. All right, now we are. But they immediately swap. We get to the crunch. This is going to be enough to take them out. And get one. Oh, we don't even get a Dragon Tail in, but it doesn't matter because we have a Shadow Bone ready to go. We throw that immediately, and we're going to be able to take the win. That was looking pretty close. All right, what do we got going on here? Tyrantrum, okay, Auroras. All right, so that was just a hard counter. There's that one. That was the next battle. And then what do we got? Okay, this is neutral. We can deal with this. It does have grass, but we'll see what we can do going on here. So we're going to go straight for the Stone Edge, which you're going to be getting stab, and it's going to do a whole hell of a lot. We're going to shield up the first one, and of course they're going for a not very effective Body Slam because of the rock typing on the Tyrantrum, and that is kind of annoying. So we're down to shield. They swap into their Cresselia, and, well, we're going to go ahead and just stay in here for a minute. Go for that Crunch. and keep it going. Do they have Confusion? That's doing a whole hell of a lot. I should have swapped right after that into Marowak here. Now, knowing my luck, this is going to be a Future Sight. They'll have Confusion and Future Sight. Of course they do. Okay. Sounds good. And we get to the Shadow Bone right as they get to a charge move here. This will KO if they do allow it to go. And they're allowing it to go, holding on to that last shield. And they've got an Altaria back there. I immediately bring in the Frostlass, and we're looking pretty good. This double Ghost team here of Frostlass and the Shadow Alolan Marowak was great. If you don't have the Shadow version of it, you can use your regular one. That's fine. I do urge you to get Shadow Bone on a decent IV. Find the best one that you can possibly find, and then use that. Maybe Elite TM if you don't have one, or maybe trade somebody. Okay, just saying. If you only can go for Shadow Ball and you don't have an Elite Charge TM or somebody who has one and you can just use Shadow Ball, that's fine too, I guess. All right, so next battle we're going to be immediately swapping as we're met with a freaking Ice type with our Dragon in the front. Of course. All right, it's not uncommon, but all right. So we're bringing in the Frostlass here. We're calling that Icicle Spear because I mean they threw it immediately here, so don't really need to worry about it. And we're definitely going to let this one go, because that's probably another Icicle Spear for sure. Yeah, that's it. We're going to throw our own here. Now, this was a mistake on my end. I should have just went straight for the Shadow Ball because it survives. Now, at this point, now at least we can, I don't know, bring in something to farm one quick move, I guess, which is not too much. So we'll go ahead and bring in Tyrantrum because, well, we're thinking we got rid of the main threat. So what do they got in the back here? A Dragon, which is fine since we do have Dragon Tail, super effective to me as well. Going to go for the Crunch immediately here. There's no need to go for that Stone Edge. And they're letting it go. Still holding on to 2 shields. This is getting crazy. So what we're going to do is let this go. We do have the Marowak in the back, which can farm them down. But they immediately swap and they've got a Trevenant. So at this point, it's a wrap because the Altaria does not have energy ready to go. And we're going to be able to simply double shield this. Seed Bomb or not, it doesn't really matter. And we're not even having to able to shield up the last one here. And going for the... Oh, I think I still lose this here. Hold up. So I screwed up. All right, so what I did there was I threw. And why I threw is because I was trying to get the potential defense drop to do more damage. So what I should have done is kept going. So I missed out on a quick move. Could have been a tie. Damn. Could have been. All right, next game. We are swapping out the Tyrantrum and going with another Dragon, Dragalge. And this is going to actually be a fantastic lead for the Retro Cup. Watch what's going on here. So we're going to land an Outrage, and they swap into a Rangaroo. This is probably one of the biggest threats to the team. This is the biggest threat to the team. Weak to Confusion, it has it. Weak to Dark, it has it. For both of the Pokemon in the back. So this is definitely a challenge that I need to get rid of right now. So we're going for another Avalanche. That's all we can do. If you're thinking about going for a Shadow Ball or a Ghost move on this thing, don't do it. Go for the alternative because it's not very effective. It's not like, oh, they're part Ghost. It's still gonna, it's straight up not very effective. So just don't do it. All right, bringing in Dragalge to take them out before they can even land a Confusion. And they're bringing in Ludicolo. I'm going to go ahead. I think we go for, all right, we're going to try to bait them here. See if we can get a shield out of them. When we do, and swap into our Marowak immediately, they bring in their Lantern. Now, what we're going to have to do here is let this go. It's simple. It's no problem. Yeah, I mean, just going to go for the Shadow Bone here. Could have been cool if we build up to the Fire Blast, but we'll go ahead and just do that Shadow Bone, no problem. Since they have Razor Leaf, they're backing out. We take the win, and we're looking good, and we're keeping it moving on to our next opponent here. Leading with that Dragalge, met with another Lantern. Fantastic. This is one of the best leads that you can get because you're resisting both of the charge moves as well as that quick move as well. All right, so we'll obviously let all of this go. We just no need to shield. Yeah, although that does start to add up, that Thunderbolt. So they're swapping into an Altaria. I'm going to throw the Outrage. It's pretty much one-shots it. Let's go. Bringing back that Lantern. Now I'm thinking, okay, Frostlass and Marowak can't really handle the Lantern too well, so I think I might have to shield that up and start baiting them here. So I build up to the Outrage. I'm thinking, they're going to shield this up. Okay, perfect, they do. So I swap into the Frostlass to just absorb Surf because this is neutral damage and it's really not doing too much here. And we're outpacing them to the Avalanche. I don't think this is going to be able to KO, but let's see what happens. Oh, actually, I think that would have been enough. Pretty close, yeah. It would have been doing it there. But they're shielding it up. What is in the back that they do not want to see here? Getting to another Avalanche at about 1 HP. And now we're finally going to be able to see what is in the back for this team. It is going to be a Medicham. Marowak versus Medicham, and that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. This Marowak is going down easy money. They go for Ice Punch. I do believe they back out here, and we take the win. Double Ghost team pulling it off again. Let's keep it moving here. What are we going to see with that Dragalge and Altaria? I do believe we're going to see a couple of these now. That's perfectly fine. We're obviously not going for the Outrage because there's really no need. We're going to go for that Surf. So shielding up that, building up to two Aqua Tails or an Outrage here. Going to start throwing these, and of course they let it go, and we get off another one. We do have energy here, but we are down a shield and getting to the Outrage up against the Wall Rain here. Let's see if they want to use a shield, and they are. First shield, we're going to go ahead and bring in Frostlass. Now they're ahead on energy. Earthquake is going to do a decent amount, but it's really not shield worthy for the first one. You can let that go, no problem at all. The next Icicle Spear, I think it's going to be enough to KO, so just, you know, be careful on that. We're getting the last shield, and they're swapping into Trevenant and locking themselves here. So if we called, all right, we're calling a Shadow Ball. Good call. So now we're going to be able to farm up a little bit extra here. I think we farm all the way down. Beautiful. Can we get off a Fire Blast? Oh yeah, this is going to close it out for this battle here. A nice Fire Blast on that almost full health Wall Rain. Let's go Shadow Marowak, always putting in that work. Next battle, met with a Lickitung. Now this is a much more comfortable battle for me here. As opposed to the Tarantum or whatever Pachirisu. I just because we're doing so much with the Dragon Tail. Dragalge can take a hit quite nicely, as you can see here. It is the Great League, so you have to consider it's not like we're going to be able to take like 4 of those. They're letting the Outrage go and retreating into their Frostlass, in which we're going to go ahead and bring in our Marowak. Now I figure they're going to try to bait us with an Avalanche, but it's going to be better to play it safe than sorry, because if I let it go, that's a Shadow Ball, down we go. This way we're going to either get a shield from them. Alright, beautiful, and at this point we're just going to have to double shield. That's just the way it's going to go, leaving us shieldless, but with energy ready to go to either get their last shield or pretty much one-shot something here with the Fire Blast or even Shadow Bone. Let's see what they throw in though. And they're bringing in Deoxys. Oh baby, it doesn't get any better than this, more satisfying. We're getting a shield, but then I'm starting to think, hold up. Alright, okay, they swapped to let me farm them down, and that's a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you all next time.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic! You will see.